Hello everybody and welcome to a brand new series in Civilization VI Gathering Storm, this time as Brazil. Now, I'll get to my reasoning for why I chose Brazil once we get into game, but I do want to talk about the mods that I have currently installed. Now, there aren't many, okay? They're mostly just graphical, or they add minor things here and there. If you want to skip this, as well as the setup for the map and the game, then look at the timestamp at the top of the screen, and you'll have to skip there yourself because they've removed annotations, obviously, a long time ago now. But if you want to skip all this stuff, then go ahead and look at the timestamp at the top of the screen and skip to that point, and you will be in the gameplay. So I'll see you guys there for those of you that skip. For those of you that stuck around, we're going to talk about the mods that I have installed. So if we go in here, we don't have many, like I said, but they do change a little bit. So, first of all, a lot of them are going to be changing, like, certain colors, right? So, Calypso's Recolored Religions just adds custom colors for the religions. That's all it does. It's just a graphical thing, really. CHMZ Enhanced adds coloring to the history timeline. So, certain events will now be colorized, which is pretty cool. Detailed Worlds actually tweaks the generation for maps, so that we'll have more detailed island chains and mountain ranges, and it's actually a really, really cool mod, and it changes things pretty much completely. Next up, we have the Jungle Plantations. So this game is going to focus solely, not solely, but inspired by preserving the rainforest. I think you might get a little bit of an idea of what I chose Brazil for, this series. Well, anyway, we're going to be preserving the rainforest as much as humanly possible. Now, this is a game, and I will obviously have to limit myself in certain instances, but I do have two mods that actually allow us to build on top of rainforest that don't destroy the rainforest. And while Jungle Plantations actually allows you to build plantations on jungle without resources, I won't be taking advantage of that. I want to use it as more like a liberating the rainforest kind of thing. So other civilizations will probably use this and exploit it. But when I conquer their territory, to save the rainforest, I will remove those improvements like I'm restoring the rainforest. So that's why Jungle Plantations is on. It allows you to build a plantation on top of a rainforest without a feature, so it's kind of OP anyway. So I figured that's one way to like amp up the challenge. Map tax allows us to have more tax to use when planning cities and stuff like that. Mapamundi adds thousands and thousands more names to the terrain name generation. So if you explore a region, this was added, I think, in Gathering Storm. When you explore a new region, if you're the first one to explore that region, you'll actually name it. So in terms of regions, it's like a mountain range, a volcano, a river, a lake. You will name them a cultural name that ties to your civilization. So this adds tons and tons more. Nomina adds dynamic civilization and leader names. So if you choose to go down a democratic path, you can become the Democratic Republic of Congo, let's just say. Or if you choose an autocratic path, you'll be represented much differently. Simplified Gossip just makes it so that the screen towards the end of the game isn't filled with nonsense. Global Relations Panel adds a Global Relations Panel. Pretty straightforward there. You'll be able to see all of the relations of the world on one screen, which is pretty good. And this is the other jungle mod that I added, which was to actually allow us to build districts on top of rainforests and forests. Which is pretty cool. So that's it. Those are all the mods that I have installed. We will now go into the game setup. We'll do that. We're going to choose Pedro II, which is all the way down here. Okay. Now, I will talk about these once we get into the loading screen and stuff, but most of it is actually, obviously, it has something to do with the rainforest and great people. We'll do King difficulty. We will choose the Detailed World continent. A large map, and let me just double check everything in here. We'll turn off Score Victory. We'll turn off No Duplicate Civs. That way the two Greeks can actually be in the same game. The two Indias can be in the same game. It doesn't really matter which leader it is. They'll both be in the game if they can be. We will actually make this a wet map, just so more rainforest kind of spawns. Again, the main theme for this series is going to be to eliminate climate change and to preserve the rainforest. Again, you can kind of see why I may have chose Brazil for this. We're going to turn off a score limiter, and I think that's going to be it. So if you want to play the same exact game and map setup, then copy these seeds down here and input them into the same exact place that you see them right now. And then you'll play the same game, same civs, I think, in the game random seed. I'm really not sure how this works, because they're all random here, but I think they might be predicated on this seed. Either way, copy these 2 seeds if you want to play the same or similar game. I think that's going to be it. We're going to have 10 civs, including ourselves. Yeah, let's go.
From the first stirrings of life beneath water, to the great beasts of the Stone Age, to man taking his first upright steps, you have come far. Now begins your greatest quest. From this early cradle of civilization on towards the stars. Your people look to you, Emperor Pedro II, to lead Brazil onto the world stage. Use your reputation as a patron of artists, scientists, and engineers to draw the greatest minds to our fertile home. For it is in the lush rainforests, teeming with life, that your people thrive. Watch them in the carnival as they dance the samba in celebration of your great feats, Pedro the Magnanimous.
There seems to be something wrong here. I don't know what was that? Something just lit up, but what the hell is going on? Huh. Anyway, I will talk about whatever is going on here in game. Our other abilities. But anyway, we have Magnanimous, which is a trait for Pedro himself. So after recruiting or patronizing a great person, 20% of the cost is refunded. Meaning, we can actually use that in the next cycle of that great person, which is pretty good. And we also have the Amazon trait, which is from Brazil. Rainforest tiles provide +1 adjacency bonuses for campuses, commercial hubs, holy sites, and theater square districts, as well as provide +1 housing to neighborhoods that are built adjacent to them, which is very good. Again, keeping those rainforest tiles alive for the majority of the game is actually very, very beneficial for playing the Civilization. All right, let's jump into game. And welcome to the map. For those of you that have skipped, welcome. For those of you that stuck around, hello again. We are actually in a pretty interesting location. We're in like a river basin. We have 3 rivers, actually. This is screwed up. What are these rivers? This one's the Peratoro River, and this one is the Caninde River. We also have the Igarape Natal. Oh, Igarape Natal. The problem with the naming of the rivers is that if the river continues all the way up to another capital, they might have a chance of naming it. So one of these might not be ours. I don't know if this one is. No, it kind of seems like it fits. Regardless, I don't know what I'm blabbering on about. We didn't get to see the abilities of Brazil on the main loading screen, so we'll actually go in here and actually take a look, because there was an issue with the text. Before I say this, Portuguese pronunciations, I have no idea. All right, so I couldn't tell you how to pronounce that correctly, but I'm pretty sure people will. So if I get it wrong, I do apologize. All right, so the Minas Gerais. The Minas Gerais. Anyway, it's a super-powered battleship, basically, is what it is. It's unlocked by nationalism, and that'll be far in the future, but that's a cool, unique boat that we get. We also get 2 unique districts. The Street Carnival, which is a district unique, obviously, to us, replaces the entertainment complex and provides +2 amenities. It also unlocks the Carnival project, which grants an additional 1 amenity when underway and a variety of great people points once completed. So it's like one of those projects. It cannot be built in a city with a Copacabana, which is the next district, which replaces the Water Park district and provides 2 amenities. It also unlocks the Carnival project, which grants an additional 1 amenity when underway. Yeah. It cannot be built in a city with a street carnival, and it cannot be built on a reef? Oh, you know what? I think the Copacabana is built on the water, on the coast. That's actually really cool. At the Copacabana. Okay. Justifiably one of the most famous beach neighborhoods in the world, and interestingly named for a place in the highlands of Bolivia. Copacabana is, I guess, just a huge destination near Rio de Janeiro, is what I can see here. Which is pretty cool, actually. Huh, alright. Anyway, we aren't even near the coast, so that will probably have to wait. But first and foremost, let's settle exactly where we are. We have some stone, we have some rice, we have spices, bananas are over here. I don't see much else in terms of luxuries, but we do have 2. Nope, we have 1. All right, we might take advantage of the Carnival pretty much as soon as we can, because we really don't have many luxuries to work with. So, all right, either way, settle the city. And there we go. The citizens of Rio de Janeiro adjust to their new home and keep a wary eye on the nearby river. Yes, so we do have natural disasters, and we are at a flood zone probably. But this is what I was talking about the colorized events mod. So this is going to be just the norm for this history timeline. These are going to be colorized, which is pretty cool. It doesn't add much, but it does add a little bit. We are going to be working on, I think, astrology right off the bat, because I want to found a religion as soon as possible. All right, we will build a scout. All right, we are on a new continent, obviously. We are on Euramerica. Interesting. Okay, let's move out probably down here. I want to see what's on this other side of the mountain range. It's actually, it feels really good to jump back in here and play some Civ. I haven't played this in a while, but I also haven't done YouTube in a while, so it's kind of like, it's a lot of fun. Let's jump over here. So there is some silk over here. There's some sheep. Looks like that might be the coast or something. I did also forget that music is not enabled because I turned it off for the intro. There we go. Let's go here. And there. Yep. Okay, so we found the coast, which is actually pretty close to our capital. More rice. We'll turn... I guess we can build the monument. The only thing we can build with our worker would be a farm. We could build another warrior... No, monument. And our first goody hut. Perfect. So this river is called the oh my god. The Quetzalmobim River. I don't know how in the... No. I'm just gonna... ignore that for now. Ooh, we found amber. That's good. Alright, let's pop over here just to see what this little bay area looks like. Looks pretty cool, and actually it is in range, so we could build 1, 2, 3... I think that reef might be blocking our chance to build a harbor. Which actually kind of sucks, because this bay looks really nice. Okay, yeah, that's a really cool harbor area. I like that. Alright, let's move up to the goody hut, which gives us a free scout. Okay. Villagers bring gifts as they join our civilization. Now, the era score for the first era is... looks like 25 plus to get a golden age. 11 to be in a normal age, so we already have 2. We need at least 9 more. Damn. Alright, well, let's go out and discover things then. At the Copa. God, that song is stuck in my head now. And the thing is, like, that song is actually, it's not so upbeat if you listen to the lyrics. It's about domestic abuse, actually. And it's, or no, I don't know if it's domestic abuse, but it's about, like, murder. Yeah, it's something like that. I know it's crazy. Like, if you actually listen to the lyrics, it's not happy-go-lucky, you know? It's crazy. Another goody hut. And we discovered a new continent, so we got an inspiration towards foreign trade. And we found Laurasia. God, we're getting some weird continent names. Okay. I do like our little area, though. We're surrounded by mountains. A very, very defensible location. We have a lot of jungle, which is kind of what I want to do for the theme here. For those of you that already pretty much are catching on, right now the Amazon is under attack. This past week, I have been so distraught about it. And I know it sounds crazy because it's a forest, but it's more than just a forest. 50% of the world's remaining rainforest resides in the Amazon region and is being deliberately burned to clear land. The rainforest does a lot to actually help us live on Earth. It takes in a lot of CO2, so if it's burned, we're going to be drastically worse off. And that's not just talking about the world. Brazil in general is going to see negative effects if they burn down the Amazon. Now, I do just want to state before this gets any kind of traction here, this series isn't a shot at the Brazilian people. It's a genuine series that is dedicated to, obviously, the history and culture of Brazil. I actually care a lot about this country. It was the first series that actually made it big on this channel. Civilization V, Brave New World as Brazil. So I have a lot of, reasons why I want this series to be my comeback series for the channel. But also, I do want to take the relevancy of the current events going on in the world and connect it to this series, because I think that it needs to be brought to light. The craziness that's happening down there in the Amazon. But again, I am not attacking the people of Brazil. I am, however, calling attention to the corrupt government of Brazil, who has been stripping back regulations on the environment and isn't doing enough to protect and preserve the Amazon and prevent events like this from happening. So again, I'm just incredibly passionate about protecting and preserving what we can in the environment. So if I'm coming off strong, it's because I actually feel very genuinely about this, and I hope that something can be done to remedy this in the future, and we can move on and try to save whatever else we can in the world, but deliberately burning something that actually actively helps us. I don't know, it's like I said, I've become so emotional about this past week. So anyway, that's all I'll say about the matter right now, but this series is going to focus on preserving our natural habitat, preserving the world around us, and basically not destroying any rainforest or forest. That's what I will try to attempt to do in this series. Inspiration towards craftsmanship because of the Goody Hut, which is pretty good. I also see a city-state up here, so we'll go ahead and explore that pretty soon. And we discovered barbarians. That's not too great. But we also have a warrior over here, so we'll go ahead and take a look if we can weaken them, hopefully. I want to settle a city out in this location soon, too. Probably on this river. Actually, most definitely on this river. But I'm trying to think of where, because I want to make sure I can build on the coast as well. So probably right here. I know it's not ideal, but we'll reach the silk. We'll reach the sheep, the deer. We'll reach that one tile for an ocean tile, and this tile. And that's what we can do. Oh, and this tile. So we have 3 locations for harbors, a Copacabana, whatever. We'll figure that out. All right, grab that Goody Hut. And again with this, I don't know why it's doing this every time. We discovered a hidden technology, masonry. Perfect. And our first volcano, the Pico do Cabug. Oh, Kabugi. I get it. Okay. Pico do Kabugi volcano. Oh, this is fun. What is this? We found a mountain range. The Serra dos Orgaos. Oh my god. I am butchering these names. I am so sorry. Holy crap. Serra dos Orgaos. Yes. We found Rapa Nui, which is actually Easter Island, which is pretty cool. And also, we found another volcano, which is right in range. That's not too great. The Trindade and Martin Vaz. Okay. What do you actually provide us? Can we build Easter Island heads? Actually, yeah, we can make Maui improvements. That's awesome. We might want to actually do that. Although, come to think of it, you want to talk about, like, destroying their natural habitat. Easter Island, that's a prime example of a civilization that exploited its natural resources and then killed their island. There was once a lush, beautiful rainforest, or just a forest in general, on the island of Rapa Nui, and then it was gone because they overlogged it. So, well, there's that. And it was mostly to build those heads, I think, too, which is pretty interesting. Alright, let's take out that scout while it's right here. Do we have enough money to purchase anything? No. Purchase another warrior, we need 160. Well, we're making decent amount of gold. 5.2 is pretty good. But we'll have to wait. Oh, we might actually just build a warrior. After that monument's done, we'll see if we can do that. Alright, oh, another city state over here. Mexico City. Alright, that's pretty cool. I'm seeing a theme here. These are all South American, and I guess by proxy, South American island. I mean, it's far away, but it's still kind of closer to South America. Anyway, South America, Central America, the Americas, basically. That's pretty cool. Mexico City is an industrial city-state, okay? It provides regional effects from your industrial zone and entertainment complex districts reach 3 tiles further away. Alright, I guess that's good. I mean, entertainment zone, that would be the Carnival, so that would actually have crazy effects, building tons of Carnivals and Copacabanas and just letting them spread throughout our empire pretty nicely. So that's actually really cool. Alright, go there. Oh my god, they're spearmen. Really? That's not good. Alright, why don't you go ahead and explore by yourself? Okay. And that's just a peninsula. Alright, so we'll swing around this volcano and take a look at what's out here. Looks like we are on the southern tip of this continent, though, which is pretty good. We have a nice kind of back... we got our backs to our wall, which isn't a bad thing in this type of game. We have nice cover with the mountain ranges. We have beautiful, lush jungle areas here. We do have 2 volcanoes that I can see in range. We have tons of rivers. This is going to be a very, very nice region. Yeah, we can't handle this spearman, so why don't you just swing around this way and see if we can cut off the scouts before they make it back home. This actually is very, very good because we have 1 entrance to our capital. So if we can actually swing around here and prevent that scout from heading up here, then they're going to have to go the long way around, which is just not going to happen. So, let's do that. Okay, swing this way. Hey, we discovered Russia. That's not at all themed correctly for this region. Oh.
Здравствуйте, я царь Петр. Достойный правитель, подобный вам, должен ценить все самое изысканное. Любите ли вы искусство, подобно мне?
I am quite fond of art. So Peter being close to us is actually not a good thing because we're going to clash in terms of great people. I think Russia's ability has something to do with great people. I'm pretty sure. I mean, we could check in a second, but I'm pretty sure we're going to clash because cultural leaders do. It's an honor to meet you. We'd love to sample your hospitality. And we discovered Eureka for writing, which is pretty good. So St. Petersburg is way up here. Let me just double check. Whoops. Okay, Russia's bonus mainly pertains to faith at first and tundra tiles. But Peter receives culture and science from trade routes. Okay. I could have sworn... Oh no, that might be Sweden. That has cultural, great people stuff. Yeah, either way. I mean, there's still a cultural civilization, so... trade delegation bearing gifts of the finest caviar. Ooh, very nice. Thank you very much. Wary welcomes and curious stares mark the moment of our meeting with the people of Russia. Absolutely.
At his best, man is the noblest of all animals. Separated from law and justice, he is the worst.
Absolutely. All right, let's start our first little government policies here. I think we'll probably get discipline, because we already have barbarians near us. And we'll probably get God King, just so we can get that extra faith early on. I know we're researching astrology, but it's still nice to have faith being produced. Okay. Choose a civic. We will choose probably craftsmanship, because that is already boosted. Although, actually, foreign trade is too. And I would like to get trade routes. Yeah, you know what? Do that. Okay. In Rio, we're actually going to go ahead and work on a slinger. yeah, a slinger first. And then a builder. Then we'll probably be able to purchase a warrior and get a settler. Slinger, builder, settler. Yep. I'll fit the holy site in there when I can, but yeah, we'll see. The holy site, by the way, we could fit... it's probably going to be good right there. It'll probably be good over here. Over here... yeah. We'll have to take a look once we actually unlock that, but there's some pretty good sites that we have around us that will probably be beneficial. Like I said, we're going to swing all the way around here to get to that one location where we could basically just block off this entire area from barbarians. Although I do want to settle over here, so we're going to have to clear them out eventually. That's why I'm building the slinger. The extra warrior is going to help us with settling. I think we can just forward settle over here, right? If we have the settler attached to the warrior, we'll just settle over here while bringing the slinger around. This warrior will be healed by then, and then we'll just full-on attack this thing.
Near the Mesoges, opposite Laodicea, is Hierapolis, where are hot springs and a plutonium, both of which have some singular properties. The water of the springs is so easily consolidated and becomes stone that if it is conducted through watercourses, dams are formed consisting of a single piece of stone.
Alright, so we found our first natural wonder. It's the Pamukkale. I'm not sure if I'm saying that correctly. Which I believe are just a bunch of, like, springs. But, like, obviously in this, like, cool tiered kind of setting. I don't know, actually... I don't know where that is, to be honest.
I don't believe in astrology. I'm a Sagittarius, and we're skeptical.
And it also gave us the Eureka that pushed us over for astrology, which unlocks the Shrine, Stonehenge, and the Holy Site District. So, with that done, we should probably work on... Well, we need a plantation to grab these spices. We need mining to get a quarry. I guess we'll just go for... Well, no matter what, let's grab pottery. And then we'll see where we can go after that. We will just leave you there for a second. Alright, so the Pamukkale. So this natural wonder is a 2-tile impassable natural wonder. It gives +1 amenity. It provides an additional amenity if adjacent to an entertainment complex. Major adjacency bonuses to theater squares, campuses, and commercial hubs. Standard adjacency bonuses to the Holy Site District, and it provides fresh water. In the desert, that's actually really cool. So that, I mean, Russia looks like it's going to be in prime range to take over that natural wonder, but in the future, we could see that as an opportunity to grow into the desert. Alright, so we're just going to keep coming over this way. My scout gained a promotion, so I think we'll actually promote them to ranger. That makes sense. Faster movement in woods and rainforest. Not so much in the desert, but it does make sense, you know, exploring any other terrain over here. You're still coming over here. And I guess there. We found some more amber in the water. That's good. We've got some nice locations around us. Some very nice look. Ah, there we go. See, the scout is over here. So if we go right there, it cannot get past us. And I don't think it can go here next turn. But I could be wrong. Okay. Let's just put you back on auto explore now. The Kara Sands. Actually, I think the Kara... I think that might be something in Russia. Okay. Go there. It looks like the scout might have gone down south first, which is pretty damn nice. We'll just sit here, heal. We do have our slinger now. So we'll move them up to this location. We are building our builder now, although I do want to see about a holy site. The best bang for our buck seems to be 5. What? Adjacent mountain and 4 adjacent rainforest tiles. Good lord. That is absolutely worth it. Yeah, let's do it. And like I said, one of our mods actually allows us to place the district on top of the rainforest without destroying the woods. Yes. If I switch that with you... Do we still have the woods? Yes, we do. All right. So there we go. 6 turns, we'll build that holy site, then we'll work on our builder, and then our settler. Because like I said, by that point... Oh, we bought the tile. So we lost a lot of our money. That's okay. We have other units down here, so we should be all right. So builder, then we'll work on our settler. Okay. Why don't you go over here? That was lame. All right. And I think that's going to end it for this episode. We did get a nice lay of the land for our first city and our first region, which actually looks pretty damn awesome. I did rant a little bit about the Amazon rainforest being burnt, but it's only out of love. I care about this planet. I really, really do, and I don't want to see things like this happen. But sadly, that's the world we live in. There are corrupt and pretty bad people out there. So I didn't mean to divide anybody if I did. I didn't mean to make it seem like I disliked a certain population or certain group of people, because I don't. This is just against the people that are actually causing the harm in the world. So anyway, thank you all for watching, and definitely stay tuned for more.